Oh, there it is. Okay. I was looking at the top where it says recording. Okay. To the cloud or on this computer?
I'm doing it on the computer.
On this computer.
Okay, got it. Well, welcome, ladies. We're so excited you're on tonight. Happy New Year. We last minutely thought about we should have had like sparklers on our heads or something to welcome you guys to the new year. So those of you who don't understand what we're talking about, Mary Kay's year goes from July 1st to June 30th. That's our fiscal year for recognition and for just, you know, our yearly goals and things like that. So we are super excited that everybody's slate is wiped clean. So we're all at the very starting point and we're starting fresh, and that's an exciting time. What we love most is about a new year is that we get 2 New Years in Mary Kay, because we start officially in July, but then, you know, in January, everybody kind of does a restart and they kind of start thinking about like, I should amp it up for my goals a little bit, right? So it's just kind of another little fresh start. So we're excited about that. And we are really excited that you guys are on tonight and that you care enough about your business to be here with us. So thank you and welcome.
Awesome. Hey, I wanted to let you all know, you know, there's a lot of stuff that happens when the year flips over. And if you've been looking at your Facebook, our Facebook group pages, you've seen some of that, right? Like there's all kinds of new promotions. The company's having new promotions. It's just a really busy time. But we wanted to make you guys aware of something that we're all going for this year. And we are calling it Operation Double. We are all doubling our unit size this seminar year. So,
Yay.
now, it's different for each of us because we're all at different places with our unit size. So please pay attention to your Facebook, your unit page, so you can see what that means for your personal unit. And check with your director. Maybe just say, hey, how can I help? Or what are we doing? Or what does that mean? So I just wanted to point that out to you. We're not going to go into details tonight because we got a lot to cover. But be aware, Operation Double is on now.
Yay. Okay. Also with, you know, promotions and all of that kind of stuff, make sure when like every day, really every day, I would suggest going to your unit Facebook page, which is super easy to do. You just type your unit name in your search bar. And if you don't know your unit's name, if you're new and you're like, what in the world is a unit name? Ask your sales director. She will tell you. But just type it in the search bar and it'll come right up, and check in to see like what we're posting every day. We post multiple times a day, every day, different promotions, different things going on, and we don't want you to miss out on anything, but it's hard for us to get, you know, all the info that we want to get to you unless you're checking your Facebook page. So make sure you're looking at that, checking in on that, and like things and comment things, because they're more likely to show up on your feed if you're interacting with things. So interact with us on those pages, because it will not only help us, but it will help you.
And then we'll know you see them. We'll know who has seen them. If you comment or like it, we'll know. So that helps us too.
Yeah. Well, we want to welcome new consultants. So because of the time constraint this week, we're not going to ask to hear from you tonight, but next week we want you to chat just a little bit about why you joined Mary Kay and maybe a little bit about your family. But I'll go first and welcome Emma Marshall. You guys give it up for Emma. She's a brand new consultant on Lisa Freeman's team. So she is super excited. She, like we said in the beginning, if you were on, she is a new mom to be of her and her husband's very first child. So she's looking for something to do to maybe stay home with that little one. So Emma, we are so excited to have you, honey, and we can't wait to work with you and just mesh you right in with the rest of us. So the sky's the limit. Just remember that. The more you plug in, the more you're going to be on top of things. And those who show up, go up. So you started out great. So
thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, and I want to welcome Anissa Parga. Woohoo! Anissa is on Olga's team. Olga's excited. I know this is Olga's first team member, so that's exciting. So we are super excited to have Anissa in the Empowered Believers unit, and I will be excited for her to share a little bit about her story. She was in Mary Kay 17 years ago, so it's exciting how she found her way back. And so I'll be really excited, Anissa, for you to share next week. But welcome. And again, those who show up, go up. So we're happy that you're here. You're starting off. So if you guys didn't see her, say hi, so then you'll light up.
Hi, thank you. Glad to be here.
Great. Okay, thank you guys.
Yay. Okay. Promotions. Promotions are always fun for us, and we know they're fun for you because prizes are involved. So, first, the Hydrogel Eye Patch Challenge. The one that came out with the company. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go to In Touch, read all the details. There's lots of details and how to get your customers entered. But also, when your customers enter, every time you have a customer enter, you get an entry into the drawing too, because if they win, you win. So you definitely want like the most customers out of anybody. Definitely entering for that. And if you haven't seen the prize, it's like this cute pink retro mini fridge that you can like put in your bathroom and keep your hydrogel eye patches and your soothing eye gel and whatever else.
Whatever.
Maybe a cold beverage for when you're doing your hydrogel eye patches.
Get cold milk.
Yeah, cold milk.
Cold milk.
So look at that. And then we also have launched another selling challenge. So the graphic is on your unit page, print it out, track it, have it. Mindy's showing it right now. Have it in front of you. Put it somewhere where you're seeing it every day, whether that's your refrigerator, your mirror. Do not put it in your horrible to-do list book and only look at it once a week. You will not accomplish anything if you do that. So definitely put it in front of you, but these are really fun because you get some fall products, like mystery products that you guys don't even know are coming out yet, and the new lookbooks when you achieve these things. So look at what the goal is, pick your one that you want to do, and then figure out what prizes you're going to get, because I personally think new fun products are the best prize ever.
100%.
And then
and we get them early, Maddie.
Yeah.
So you get them early because we get them early. So you definitely want to achieve this.
Yes, because we can. Wow, that was loud. We can order those new products early, so that just means you'll have them in your hands before you can probably even order them.
Mm-hmm.
So, the last promotion is the Start a Spark promotion. So this year, if you haven't seen, it's the sparkle jewelry, which we're really excited about. It's really cute. And this month are earrings for the 600, but we're doing a Start a Spark, which is 300 by the 15th. And Mindy, do you have the earrings by chance with you?
Oh, they haven't come. They're supposed to come today, and I checked right before we got here. But also, if you add a new team member by the 15th.
Oh yes, you're right. So either if you add a team member by the 15th, or you order 300 by the 15th, then you will get those cute earrings, one of those cute earrings. And I believe if you do both, then you get 2 pairs of earrings. So I think you should go for both. Awesome. And that's all for me for right now.
Yay. I know, I'm sorry I don't have those earrings. They were supposed to be delivered, and Amazon came once, but then the other one, it still says it's out for delivery by 9 o'clock. I'm like, come on. I wanted to show them. I wanted to wear them, but oh well. Next week. Okay.
Next week you'll have them.
Yeah, we'll have them. I'll probably have them as soon as we're over. They'll probably pull up and they'll deliver them. But anyway, the tracking sheet or the little promotion sheet is on our Facebook pages, so you can see pictures of them. And I know we've already had some winners, so it's kind of exciting. Okay, so I just wanted to point out, this is kind of my, I'm going to be a dog on a bone about this quarter, is working towards your star. So often it just kind of sneaks up on us. We're like, oh my gosh, the star is only a month away. Well, listen, we are only 3 weeks into this quarter to be a star. And if you start the seminar year as a star, you are setting yourself up so much better, because I don't know if you saw this, because I know we all posted it. There is an extra prize that you get when you're a 4-quarter star, and they are phenomenal. Like, we're getting these Ted Bakers this year, Ted Baker purses that are beautiful. So you'll get an extra one. So you want to set yourself up to start by being a star. So at this stage of the game, which is our 3rd week in, to be on target right now, you should have 450 wholesale in since June 16th. So that gives you the last half of June, plus the first week of July, so 3 weeks in. So that's 150 wholesale in a week. So the reason I want you to stay on top of that is because it's early. Like if you're behind now, it's easy to catch up. But when you get to just a couple weeks before, it's harder to catch up. So just stay on top of that now. So I just wanted to point that out to you. Okay.
Okay. All right, great. Thanks, Mindy. So you guys, year-end celebrations. Check your unit pages in the next week or so because we will be getting details out about our year-end celebrations. It doesn't matter if you've been in 10 years or you've been in 2 days. You want to attend whatever your unit is doing for that, whether it's going to be virtual or whether it's going to be socially distancing as safe as possible outside at your director's home. Whatever that is, watch for that page because we are really excited. We want to celebrate you. And like I said, if you're new, don't worry about that because a lot of times what you do is you come to that celebration and you set your sights on where you want to place the next year. Like you want to find your spot, okay? So we're really excited for that and we are in the final process of making those plans. So watch your unit page.
Yep. Okay. And so the other big thing that's happening right now is seminar. It is time to register. So you have until July 10th to register. And it is such a great deal. They're doing it virtually this year, first time ever. Like, come on, be a history maker. Get on our seminar this year. Mary Kay wants to set a record. Like, we want to have and Sapphire Division, which is our division, we had a meeting with our sales development team and they were all over us. Like, they want Sapphire to be the biggest attended division. So we got to get on it. So really it's, if you, it's $45 to register. And here's the thing. It's all virtual, but you will have access because there, and if you're new to Mary Kay, you don't even know this. There are 4 different seminar divisions in Mary Kay. So we're all in the Sapphire division, but there's 3 other divisions. So when you go to seminar and you are with your division, you're seeing like the top directors in your division and the top nationals in your division. Well, when you register this year, what's going to happen is they're going to run all 4 seminars simultaneously. Don't ask me how. Like, this is a technology nightmare if you ask me, but they're doing it. So what we are going to get, which is really great, we're going to be able to live watch the Sapphire seminar. But then we will have access, because we're registered, we're going to have access to go back later and watch all of the speeches from the top directors and the top nationals in all those other divisions. We've never had that opportunity before because you went live and that was it. You know, if someone, recorded on their phone from the, the nosebleed section, maybe you'd see it. But so this is a great opportunity for us. Plus, all of the classes that they're going to have, because there's going to be some education too. It's not just it's motivation, it's recognition, and it's also education. But those are going to be available on demand later. But you have to register. So even if we get together as a group to watch it, you still want to be registered to get all the perks of that. So it's $45, unless you were registered to go to Career Conference, and it's only $40 perk. But here's the deal: afterwards, you're going to get a $40 retail credit on an order. So it's like they're giving you back. So to go to seminar, which is amazing. And especially when those of us that have actually physically gone to seminar know it's like $700, $800, $1,000 to go and take that time away. So I'd say $45 is a great deal. So make sure you get registered by July 10th. Please get registered. And if you don't know how, check with your director, because we would happily tell you and show you how to get registered for that. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, Patty.
Fabulous. Okay. One other reminder is PCP, Preferred Customer Program deadline, is coming up. And I know we have a lot of new girls on here since we've had a PCP sign up last. If you don't know what that is and you don't know how to do it, please ask your director. Like, always ask your director about anything. We're so happy to help you with whatever it is. But PCP is basically a program that the company has that sends out lookbooks to your customers. You sign your customers up, and it is way more inexpensive than you trying to order the lookbooks, package them up, and send them out. Also, it would take you a horrible amount of time to do all that. Just sign your customers up. It makes it so easy, and they get a sample in the lookbook when you do that. If you purchase the lookbooks yourself, they will not get a sample. So you're definitely going to want to do that, and you will get early ordering. If you learned anything from being in this last quarter, things are selling out. So you want to be on early ordering. If you sign up, if you only have one customer, if you sign up one person, your mom, your aunt, your sister, your brother, your grandpa, I don't care who it is, you're going to get early ordering, which is 100% worth it. And it's 70 cents per person, which is such a steal of a deal. So if you're not sure how to do that, check with your director and she will walk you through that. But that deadline is July 17th. So sooner rather than later, because sometimes they also run out of lookbooks with samples in them. So
yeah. Great. Okay, and you guys, this is the time of year where your director wants to get with you and help you goal set for the next year. It could be that you want to gain, 100 customers, 10 customers, whatever you want to do. We want to be your biggest cheerleader. That's part of our job. Did you know that? We'll show you our pom-poms next time. Anyways, but we want to help you. We want to help you attain those goals, but we want to help you make a plan. But we don't know what you want to do or if you even want to dream with us unless you contact us. So it'll take 10 to 20 minutes. And what we want you to do is text us before we're off our Zoom tonight and just say, hey, I want a goal session with you. Okay, that's all you have to say. And we're going to make that time. We'll make an appointment with you. We'll get it done and you'll be so much happier. Sound good?
Hey, Shelly.
Yes.
I think you were going to share about something that the company announced today was now available in unlimited quantities.
Oh, yes. Okay, you guys, are you all loving your pink lip balms, right? Okay, you know the berry that came out that we could only order 5 of? They're now unlimited. So put it out there on your customer page. Katrina's cheering. Put it out there on your customer page because that is a hot seller, and especially for summertime, it's just such an easy little, lip balm to put on, and it has great color to it. It's really, really pretty. It's my favorite. So yeah, so definitely put it out there on your customer page and see what happens. See if your customers want to grab them before they're gone, because when they sell out this time, they're gone. So yep. So that's super exciting.
Yes, it is. Okay. Well, you guys, thank you so much for getting on. I got to tell you, I am so excited. I get to introduce our guest, and this woman has changed my business and my life. And I met her like, I don't know what year this was at seminar. We sat next to each other. Like God just put us side by side and the rest is history. So let me just read a little bit about her. Okay. After a successful business in direct sales and a long career in education, Carole Mendoza, she can wave. She's unmuted. She's got the beautiful red lipstick on. Realized that her passion is helping others achieve their goals and discover their purpose. She initially started her coaching practice in 2011 and became certified in Christian coaching through New Life Coach Inc. She has a master's degree in education, completed coursework for a doctorate in educational leadership, and has recently added to her coaching certifications as a member of the John Maxwell team. Pretty impressive. Her simple message of God does the how and you do the you is transforming lives, including mine. So Carole, welcome and thank you for getting on tonight.
Thank you. Well, no problem. I appreciate it. Thank you. I am excited to be here. And as far as my lips is the red lip liner, filled in, and then gosh, it's the very light pink. I don't know what the heck is name of it. Not posh pink. What is the name of it? It's the matte.
I don't know, but it's really pretty.
Pink. The matte pink, huh?
Love me.
I said I don't know, but it's really pretty.
Love me pink. That's it. Yep.
On the red.
Over top of that, and it's a nice look. So
yeah.
And it stays on better, when you line your whole lips with the lipstick. So
she knows, right?
It's such a pleasure to be here this evening. Just, if you're on video, just let me know if you have seen the Smart Goals by God's Design. If you guys saw the video, Smart Goals by God's Design. If you haven't, that's okay. I know that Mindy and Shelly, I know they have the copy of it. But I'm just going to review that really quickly because that's kind of a lead into tonight. So if you have pen and paper, you're probably just going to want to write this down. How many of you know what the SMART goals are by the world's design? SMART goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time sensitive. Everybody heard of that one? Okay. So I've taken that and, well, I say I've taken that, and I want to just put a disclaimer out there. Everything that comes from what I teach or what I'm talking about is really God inspired. So I certainly do not want to push my faith on anybody, but I want you to know that that's really where it's coming from. So please glean from it and take from it what you can, and just know that I am not the author. I'm just the pen. Okay. So that's kind of the way I want to explain. But the SMART goals by God's design, instead of what the world teaches us, you start with prayer, and you be very specific with what you want. So as you're thinking about the goals that you're looking to achieve and accomplish, you want to write everything down. Be as specific as you can about the things that you want to accomplish, and then the second step is, and then, well, you write everything down, you're very specific, but you're starting with a prayer. Instead of you just writing everything down and then running with it, you want to just take it to God and say, hey, these are the things I want. Kind of like, when we were kids and we took our Christmas list or our holiday list or our birthday list, we took that to our parents and said, these are the things I want to get. That's the same type of thing that you want to do with this. So you're going to just take it to him and say, hey, God, this is what I want. The second thing, instead of being measurable, you're going to check your motive. And we're going to talk a little bit about motive tonight when we talk about vision boards by God's design. But you want to check your motive. Is it self-serving, or is it serving others? What is that about? Because you want to make sure that it's something that can really serve a bigger purpose than just yourself. Okay? So you want to look at your goals and look at that. So the motive is the second piece. Then the A is you want to ask God's opinion. So you want to start with a prayer and be very specific, check your motives. But then you want to also say, hey, what do you think about this? Or am I in the right place? Because you know what? God might have a different idea of what you should be doing. And so you want to be open and receptive to that. You may be looking at, making $10,000 a month, right? And he might say, well, what if I want to give you $20,000 a month, So what you want to do is you want to be open to hearing from him and maybe changing direction on what the goal is that you set. So that's asking his opinion and listening. The R is ready for the ridiculous. You want to be ready for the ridiculous. You want to be ready for something crazy to happen, okay? I call it the Moses, Noah, Naaman mentality. And that really is, when Moses was trying to lead the people across the desert and get them away from oppression, he came upon the sea, right? And God said, hold up your staff and part the Red Sea. Now, if I were Moses in that time and I'm looking at a huge sea in front of me and I hear God say, hold up a stick, I'm going to be like, yeah, right. Hold up a stick? That doesn't sound very, very reasonable. That sounds kind of ridiculous. Same thing with Noah. It's not even raining. It's sunny out. Go build a boat. Okay, that's a little ridiculous. And then, of course, when you're looking at Naaman. And Naaman was a king who was very ill with leprosy, and he was told to go bathe in the Jordan River 7 times, the dirty Jordan River. I'm sure as a king, that must have been very kind of embarrassing, very humbling to be able to say, I'm going to go bathe in this river. I mean, people probably laughed at him. So not that God will ask you to do that crazy, but you want to be ready for something that doesn't make sense. Okay? So that's the R. And then the T is you got to trust the process. If you've started with prayer, you've been specific, you've checked your motives, you're asking his opinion, you're ready for the ridiculous, and you're listening to him and being obedient to that, just trust the process. So that's the SMART goals by God's design, okay? And tonight what we're going to talk about is vision boards by God's design, which basically takes this and puts it in a vision board. How many of you have ever done a vision board before? Anybody ever done a vision board? Okay. What do you do with a vision board? You take all these pictures and things and you put them up on a board, right? I see Anissa and I see you guys putting your hands up. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we have learned that you take these ideas that come and you put them on a board, and then you just kind of keep looking at them and keep looking at that. How many have ever had trouble coming up with something to put on a vision board? How many of you have ever been like, I don't really know what I should do, and you're looking over at your girlfriends and you're thinking like, I don't know, maybe I should do that. Oh, maybe, there's this, and maybe I should be Queen's Court, and maybe I should do that. And you really don't know what to do. You're just kind of doing it because it seems like it's what everybody's doing. Does that make sense? Like everybody's doing one, so I should do one too. Okay. So, so that's a lot of times that's what happens. But a vision board is really three things. It's an inspirational visual reminder. Okay. Something that's inspirational and visual. It's a picture show of the coming attractions. It's something that is coming to you. It's a coming attraction, like a trailer in a movie. And a vision board is a representation of your thoughts and your feelings. Okay? But what is the focus? What is the focus of your vision board? Is it self-serving? Is it, oh, I want that ring, or I want that money, or I want that goal, I want that, I want that, I want that? Or is it serving God's purpose or plan? And you are the only one that can really answer that question. You have to be very sincere and ask yourself that. A lot of people have said, I've done these vision board things and they just haven't worked, or I haven't gotten everything that I really wanted, or I've only gotten parts of what I wanted. And somebody says, oh, you must not be visualizing correctly. You must not be like really focusing, because you got to really focus and make it that work. Or maybe you haven't attached enough feeling to it. If you get more feeling into it, maybe that'll work. Or maybe you're just not thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And so, yeah, that's it. You're just not focusing enough to get what you want. And so we hear these kinds of things, but here's the catcher. God cannot bless something that is self-serving. God cannot bless something that is only about you. And that's what a lot of times we trip over, okay? We are taking what's out here in front of us and trying to bring it in, rather than allowing God to work through us and bringing it out. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So instead of taking what's out here and saying, oh, I think I'll have that, and I think I'll have that, and I think I'll have that, let's listen to God and let him work through us to give us our plan and give us our vision. Okay. Does that make sense? Yes?
Yes.
All right. So how many of you have heard this question? What is your why? How many of you have heard that? What is your why? Right? All right. So let's be honest. How many of you struggle with your why? Go Riley. Yes, ma'am. Yes. And Kelly, I saw you too. We struggle with that. Why is that? Because we're trying to come up with it on our own. We're trying to come up with a why. We're trying to come up with a reason, and we're not really connected to the one who created us, who has a why already prepared for us. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. In other words, how many of you believe that you were created by something bigger than you? How many of you think you were created by something bigger than you? You didn't just appear, poof, and you're here today. Okay. So if you believe that, then that person, that God that created you, he knows you inside, outside, upside down, right? So he knows what he created you for. And so each one of us has a unique and individual purpose and a why. So all we have to do, guess what? It's so easy. You're going to laugh. You just have to ask him. Ask him what your why is. Don't try to ask yourself, what's my why? Don't try to ask somebody else who's in the world, what's your why? Just say, what is my why? So this is where the vision board comes into play. Because when you ask your why to God, he gives you a vision. How many of you have seen something in your head? It's not very clear necessarily, but you just know that you're supposed to do this something. How many of you have seen that? Anybody?
Yeah.
You just kind of know. You have a vision. You see yourself in like a certain position, or you see yourself in a certain place, or you see yourself around certain people, or you see yourself with a certain amount of money, or you see yourself traveling. Come on, you're lying if you haven't seen something, because I know he's giving you something, okay? And then what happens? You go and tell it to the wrong person, and they shoot it down, and they say, oh, and then you go, oh yeah, that's right. It's stupid. I shouldn't do that. Right? Am I speaking to anybody here tonight?
Sure.
Does this sound similar? Like, and then, you hear it again later on in life, maybe, and you're like, oh yeah, that's the thing I should be doing. And then you tell it to the wrong person again. You get excited and you tell it to somebody, and they don't think it's a good idea. And because they don't think it's a good idea, I'm not going to do that. You're right. I'm not qualified. That's not good. That's not a good idea. But here's the trick. What you see in your mind's eye, I can't see it. Mindy can't see it if it's not hers. We can't see each other's. And that's why we have problems with this, because we don't tell it to somebody who's going to lift us up and believe in us. We tell it to somebody who's maybe beneath us, or who is not able to understand our goal and our vision, okay? So if you have something that's really driving you, or that you really want to do, that is your vision board, people. That is your vision board. That is what you should be putting into your vision board. Now, for most of us, that vision is not quite clear and detailed. God doesn't give us all the details all at once. That's the tricky part. He just gives us glimpses of things. So I'm just going to throw out a couple. If you have a pen and paper, you can write these scriptures down. You can look at them later. Deuteronomy 8:17, Deuteronomy 8:17, Isaiah 55:9, Isaiah 55:9. I feel like I'm playing bingo. Proverbs 19:21. Who's got that? Proverbs 19:21. Psalm 37:4. Psalm 37:4. Proverbs 16:3. Proverbs 16:3. So you can go back and you can read them. God speaks to us all differently. So I don't ever, these are just ones that kind of spoke to me about your vision and what's going on. You can have all kinds of ideas of what you want, but at the end of the day, God's going to decide what you get. Okay. Sort of like when, if you have kids and they ask for a bunch of things for their birthday or for Christmas, they can ask for everything, but you're going to decide as the parent what they actually get. And that's the way it goes. So this piece of the vision board is kind of important. It's deny yourself. How many of you have heard to deny yourself? Okay. Denying yourself typically has a negative connotation. The world kind of looks at it and says you have to sacrifice. You have to let others go first and you go last. You have to step back and allow someone else to take your portion, right? When you were little, if you had brothers and sisters and your mom said, give the bigger one to them, whatever it might be, or give it to them, or let them have it. It means refused or turned down and rejected. That's what the world says deny yourself is. And so we have trouble sometimes denying ourselves. But what does God say? God says, listen, all I want you to do is make what I want for you more important than what you want for you. That's all it is. just want you to make what I want for you more important than what you want for you, because my ways are so much better than what you could ever think of or imagine. And I'll never give you second best. You're always going to get the best. Okay? But that's what deny yourself in God's vision is. Does everybody get that? Mm-hmm. Okay. So here we go with our vision board again. All right? Is God does the how and you do the do. God does the how and you do the do. What does that mean? That means that God simply will give you the task that you need to do in order to get to where you want to go. So if you spend some time really reflecting on the visions that you have in your head, and it could be, you could see yourself on stage, right? You could see yourself with a diamond ring. You could see yourself with money. You could see yourself as a sales director, maybe. You could see yourself in a free car. You can see yourself. That vision is there and you see it, okay? But everybody's vision is different. You don't have to pick somebody else's vision in order for you to be successful in what you're going to have, okay? There's enough for everybody, all right? So when you focus in on this and you ask God, hey, God, what do you want for me? What's my why? What's the purpose? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to serve somebody else? He's going to give you that vision, that picture in your mind of what it is that you should do. He'll give you your coming attractions to the movie, to the Ruth White movie coming attractions to Maddie's movie, to Riley's movie, to Emma's movie. Okay. He's going to give you that. And all you have to do is take some of those glimpses and put them into a vision board. You following me on this? So you don't have to make a new vision board necessarily all the time. You might just be adding to a vision board. But you don't have to always recreate one every single year, because he's going to give you a big picture that you're just going to keep filling in the blanks to. So it's what you see when you close your eyes. It's what you see when you close your eyes. When you close your eyes and you really get in connection with God, what is he showing you? What does he want for you? That's what you want to tie into. And I can guarantee you that if you tap into that, you're going to be emotional. It's going to feel exciting. It's going to be like, what? Can I do this? I don't know if I can do this. That seems big. Don't tell it to anybody. Don't tell it to anybody, okay? Unless you are certain that they are going to say yes, okay? Don't tell it to anybody unless you're certain they're going to say yes. Now, your sales directors will say yes. They're not going to say, oh, that was stupid. You shouldn't think like that. They're going to say, good, let me help you, all right? But don't tell it to somebody that's going to shoot you down, because they don't know and they can't see what you see and what God's given you. All right? Okay? Can I share my screen really quick? I don't know if I can.
Yeah, try. Let me make you a co-host, and maybe that'll help. Maybe.
Yeah, let me see, because I want you guys to see my vision board so you can kind of get an idea. All right, here we go. All right, can you guys see this?
Yes. And y'all, if you're on speaker,
right.
Be on speaker view so it's big.
So, oh yeah, that's true. Change your screen. So what you can see here is I have found some Bible verses that I feel speak to me. But if you look, my pictures, like I have this vision in my mind that I have this house with all these windows and it looks out over the water, but I'm not sure if it's the ocean, and I'm not sure or if it's just a lake or whatever. And if you look at this, while you might say that that's a beach area, you could also think of it as something else. But I found these pictures that kind of resemble what I'm thinking. And then I see travel, and you know, this is my husband and I going through an airport. I just did some photoshopping with PicMonkey. PicMonkey is really cool. There's probably other ones out there that you can use. So these are some of the things I see writing. I'm in my office, see being on stage and speaking. All right. So these are things that I have in my mind, in my vision, and what I see for myself. And I've attached, like I said, some scriptures that kind of speak to me and speak to the process. So anybody have any questions about that?
I love it.
It's awesome.
Okay. So your vision board is going to be different, obviously, than mine. You might have pictures of, you know, you might see yourself at seminar. Now, you might see yourself on a trip someplace. You might see yourself speaking. You might see yourself, I don't know, whatever it is. What you want to do is you want to look for pictures that resemble the vision that you have in your head for your future and for what you want. Don't sit there and look at the Mary Kay catalog or look at other sister sales directors or look at what everybody else is doing and try to create a vision board and make it work for you. That's not how it's supposed to be. Turn it around and say, okay, Lord, what do you want for me? What's your plan for me? What's the design that I'm supposed to have for my life? Get the vision in your head and then find pictures to match that, and you create your own vision board that matches that. One of the things that I do all the time as well is I take whatever word is that comes to my mind. So, you know, if it's money or if it's, you know, impact or whatever it might be, I take the word and I Google it with, I Google it and the Bible. So I'll do like, you know, I'll do a word and the Bible, literally like that. And I use the Message Bible because it's very like today language. But try that, because then you can maybe get some scriptures that would tie into what you're trying to do, and you can make those be your affirmations. That's the other piece of this. You don't have to come up with, you know, like I am a selling machine and all of these other things. If you simply take whatever it is that you want and you find a scripture, there's scriptures that will actually could be affirmations for you. One of the things that I always want to be able, I always hope that the words that I speak will have meaning. And so I stand on Luke 12:12 that says, God gives me the words I need in the moment that I need them. So that's one of my affirmations. It's like, I always have the words I need in the moment that I need them. But it's biblical. It's not something that I pulled off of, you know, a positive motivational website. Does this make sense to everybody? Yep. Kind of catching some of these ideas. So who has questions for me? Anybody have a question or a comment or anything that they want to ask or pick my brain on? Because I'm totally open.
If you do, just either unmute yourself or you can type it in the chat if you have a question. Either way is fine.
Everybody's quiet.
Everybody, I know.
Come on, you're in Mary Kay. We don't have anybody, and no eyes in this group, Mindy?
I think there are some eyes in this group. Yeah, no questions. No
takeaways, no feedback, no nothing.
I think they're all processing it. Everything
Okay.
you said was great. I think they're just processing. Oh, Anissa.
Anissa, yes.
Actually, I just love that. I love that it's based around like God and like Philippians 4:19, right? So he will provide whatever you need. So like for me, that is like my ultimate Bible verse, and Joshua 1:9, right? So just courage.
I'm writing this down too. What did you say? Philippians what?
Philippians 4:19 and Joshua 1:9, which is all about courage. So like, I just love how it's based. I never thought about my vision board being like, even though Christ is so center of my life, like, you know, I went to school for ministry, like all of these things. And so like, I never thought of my vision board though, including like my verses. right? They're always in my head, but I never I just loved your vision board, how you just had it related back to the verses.
Right.
Oh my gosh. And this is it's hard for me because I don't usually talk like this. So I'm like, oh, but no, I think it's phenomenal.
So one thing I just want to say too, which kind of I think will help a little bit. And I didn't get to read these comments. Kelly and Pam, great. Thank you so much, Cam, for your messages. But what I wanted to say to you is I want to just give you like a foundational understanding of something. And this is something that I do in the All In Paragon. I have a workshop mastermind that I'm going to be doing on the 19th. I'm certainly not pushing this on anybody, so please, you've got go to seminar, do that too. That's the most important thing for you right now for your businesses. But if you are interested in that, you can maybe reach out to me. But the thing that God spoke to me about this year is really simple, okay? And this is where I come from, world's design and God's design, okay? So this is it in a nutshell. When you were born, you know how all the gurus say you didn't have any beliefs at that point, and that you learned all these beliefs, yes? Right? And then now when you're an adult, they all say to you, oh, you have to get rid of your limiting beliefs and you have to readjust and you have to change and da 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 da. Okay. All right. None of that matters. Here's the key thing. When you were born and you started to make baby talk, all right? You were like, da 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 da. Your mommy and your daddy said, oh, she's talking. Isn't that so great? She's talking. Say, mom, 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 mom. Say, dad, dad. You can talk. Oh my gosh, you're so smart, right? Then you go get a little older and you're playing with your blocks and you're having trouble and you hear, oh, you're so smart. You can do it. You can figure it out. Keep trying. Keep trying. Yes, that goes on there. Good job. Good job. You can do this. Then you get into school and you're trying to sound out the words and you can't really get it. And your teacher says, oh, but you're so smart and you can figure this out and you can do this and you can, okay? So all the way from the very minute that you started hearing somebody speak to you and all the way into school, somebody showing you, all you heard was, you can solve your own problems. And God became a resource instead of a source. So then you go into your church or your pastor or your synagogue or wherever you are, right? And you hear, put God first. God is in control. God's number one. What do we say in Mary Kay? God first, family second, career third, right? But but words are words. Actions speak louder than words. And what we're hearing and what we're shown on a regular basis is you can solve your own problems. You can do it by yourself. You are an independent thinker. That's what we're taught. And so because we're taught that, it's conflicting with what God's saying is, I'm in control. It's a conflict. So all you have to do, and it sounds easier than it is, but all you have to do is literally do a mind shift where God is 100% in control. And that means that you have to ask permission for every single thing you do. Okay? Every single decision that you are going to make, it's like, what do you think about this, God? What should I do? What's the first step? God does the how, and you do the do. And that's the whole entire premise for the All-In Paragon. That's what I teach. And this vision board and the SMART goals are part of that, obviously. And you can certainly get a good, jump start on things using this idea and this information. But I'm telling you guys, this is like, it just simplifies and dumbs it down. It's like, you know, God for dummies, you know what I mean? That's kind of the way I think that's like understanding God for dummies, you know, because I just feel like, you know, I spent my entire life hearing, you know, put God first, put God first, put God first. And I was always like, yeah, I got it. I'm doing it. But I never really was. I never really was. I wasn't all in. There were places that I had to get fixed. And I wasn't giving him complete control because I didn't understand that I had just learned by the world's design, and I had to change and shift and learn it by God's design. That's it. Make sense?
Great. Yes.
Woohoo. Can I hear
Sure does. It sure does.
Yourselves. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Yes, Jackie.
I was going to give you, I do a vision board, and I was going to give you my most recent scripture, Psalms 71, 17, and 18. I'm at a stage in my life where 71, I have been like you.
17 and 18.
71, 17, and 18.
Perfect. I love it. Okay.
And I'm probably the oldest one in this screen, and I, like you, have bought into doing it all on your own. You know, I'm of the generation where the Angelique commercial, I can bring home the bacon, fry it up in the pan, and never let you forget you're a man because I'm a woman. Yeah. I can do it all.
Yeah.
And I think that God is showing me, and in my writing, it is that I want to be that girl that has been with Jesus. And that's what I want them to know.
Amen. Oh, I love that.
And that scripture will be a very important one as we age in life.
I better look it up.
Learn this. I think about it right now. I have a 5-year-old granddaughter, and I think to myself, man, I'm starting right now with her. I'm starting right now when she says, I can't do this. I'm saying to her, I'm changing it right now. And I'm saying to her, but you know what? God made you very special. Have you asked God for some help on that one? I am going to train her, and I'm getting her mom involved too, to start early asking God to get involved in every little decision that she makes, because I want her to be so much farther ahead than I am right now. And I think that that's the key. It's just a matter of doing that. I mean, if I hired you to work for me and I said, tomorrow you're going to start work for me, would you come in with a list of suggestions? Or would you come in with a blank sheet saying, what do you want me to do? And we have to treat God in the same way. If he's CEO of our company, if he's in charge, if we really say that, then we have to be open to listening to what he tells us to do and then do it, even if it doesn't make sense. Even if it's a little bit like, woohoo, I don't know. Okay. So that's great. Thank you so much, Sharon, Jackie. I love this. I'm going to go and get these scriptures too. See, I'm getting too. I love that.
Well, thank you so much, Carole.
You're so welcome.
I mean, honestly, it's
how much I love you.
Aw, well, this is, I mean, I got to tell you guys, when we sat next to each other at seminar, I would have never guessed. And you know what? But God knew way back when that this was a relationship that he was going to develop for, actually, I thought I was helping her there to encourage her in her business. And then she's ended up being such a great help to me. So I hope that you guys found this really valuable. And I know, thank you for hanging in there. I know it's longer than our normal Monday nights, but
sorry.
No. I mean, we had a lot of stuff to cover too, but I just want to thank everybody. Shelly or Maddie, do you have anything that you want to add?
I just want to say thank you so much, Carole. You're always inspiring, and we just appreciate you spending time with us tonight.
Hey, no problem. I hope it was valuable. I hope that, I just pray that God will use something that you heard tonight to catapult you and give you a quantum leap into this new seminar year. And, that you just experience all the successes that you're supposed to experience. Absolutely.
Well, I took a couple pages of notes, so I know I'm going to be reflecting on them.
Maddie, do you have anything?
No, I'm just excited to hear from everybody after tonight. If you felt led to share with us like what your goals are after this, we would love to hear from you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We're here to encourage, like Carole
That's
said,
right.
you know, we're not, listen, we've all been there where we've had these audacious dreams and goals and we're like, who do you tell? And so you got to find those people. So hopefully we're those people for you all. So, okay.
Oh, well, I am so excited. I am so excited. All of you, I know that I'm friend. I think I'm friends with a lot of you on Facebook, but you know, definitely connect with me on Facebook. And if you wanna have a quick powwow chat session, I know I had a couple of people I think that just like texted me or something in here. Please, you know, reach out to me. I'm open to help in any way that I can. Okay. And I'm doing that workshop on the 19th. It's going to be for 6 weeks on a Sunday night, from 6:30 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 to 7:30 starting on the 19th. And you can go to my website, which is ipdcoaching.com, and check it out. And if you're interested, okay. But I hope that you'll reach out to me. I hope you'll be friends with me. I love to make new friends. So that would be great.
Well,
all
thanks
right.
again. Yeah. Thank you,
You're
Carole.
welcome. Thank you guys
Thanks, everybody.
for being a part of this. I really appreciate it.
You guys have a great.
And we look forward to hearing from everybody. So
and we'll see
get
you
your
tomorrow.
goal setting sessions set with your directors.
That's
it's really
right.
important to do that. Get those goal setting sessions set. And now that you have this new information, you know,
good material. Yes.
That's right.
Take it, run with it.
Thank you. So we'll see you all tomorrow on Tuesdays with the trio. It's
invite your
Pamper Me
guests.
Silly. Yeah, Pamper Me Silly with supplements. So we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks,
All right.
ladies.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.